Hello, Algebra. So today we are going to look at part 2 of lesson 1.3. How do I solve equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign? So we've got a problem to start off with. It's not one that's in the notes, so if you just want to use a scratch piece of paper, that's all I did. But we've got x equals x plus 1. We've looked at solving this before, right? We know we want to move the variables to one side. I'm going to pick to move them to the left side because then I don't have as much stuff. So that means I've got 1x here. The opposite of a positive 1x is minus 1x. So I have to minus 1x on both sides. So we get 0 equals x minus x is 0 plus 1. I can simplify that to 0 equals 1. Wait a second. What just happened to our variable? It just disappeared, right? We have no variable. It disappeared. Well, when that happens, and it does sometimes, this is when we have to ask ourselves, is it true? Does 0 equal 1? Is it true? If it is true, then what we can say is that the solution would be all real numbers. Basically, we could plug in any number and it would work. If it's not true, then there's no solution. So no number ever will work to make this a true statement, to make x equal x plus 1 in this case. So when we look at this, does 0 equal 1? Is that true? No, 0 is not the same thing as 1, so there's no solution. So this one is a no solution. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. All right, let's take a look at a couple of examples. So I'm going to jump to page 3. Kind of skipped this the other day. So for this one, first thing we want to do is we have parentheses here. So we know we need to distribute. So I'm going to distribute that 3. So we have 3 times 5 is, 15x. Plus 6 is equal to 15x. Now, some of you can already look at me and go, well, I know. We're going to take this all the way through. Okay, we're going to take this all the way through. So I want to move my variables to the same side. I'm going to choose to move my 15x that's on the left to the right because there's less stuff on the right. So if I subtract 15x from both sides of the equal sign here, then I get 6 is equal to 0x. Well, 0 times anything is really 0, right? I just wanted you to see that is a statement. It just means 0. So we have 6 equals 0. So then we have to ask ourselves, is that true? Is that true? No. So no solution. It also means that there is no check to do. So that can be kind of nice sometimes. All right, the next one that we want to look at is right down here. Again, we've got parentheses in the number. I want to highly encourage you to distribute that with multiplication. So negative 2 times 4y gets you a negative 8y. Negative 2 times a positive 1 is a negative 2. It really doesn't matter which side we move it to, right? So I'm just going to pick to take my left one and move it to the right. So I want to add 8y because I have a negative 8y. So I add that to both sides. And we have 0 minus 2 is equal to 0 minus 2. Get that to a number equals a number. So that'd be negative 2 is equal to negative 2. We have to ask ourselves, is that true? Right? There's no variable. Is that true? Yes. So all real numbers. Feeling a little lazy there, so I'm just going to do the pound sign. So I hope you're feeling comfortable with this. It's a little bit different, right? But when our variable disappears, we just ask ourselves one, and that is it true? So we don't have just one answer, we have words for an answer. And we're going to see this throughout the year. It's going to come back over and over again, all right? So email me if you have questions. Go ahead and try some practice problems. And then try the skills practice.